Hey everybody, just wanted to let you know what's going on the next couple weeks so that you can go ahead and plan and prepare for that. But before I do that, I want to say thank you. And genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you to our students who, this is not what school's all about. This is not what you signed up for school. And we know that. And we want you back in school as soon as possible. So I thank you for being flexible and hanging in there and being engaged and doing what your teachers ask. I also want to thank our families and our parents. I can't imagine how difficult this is to have to change plans and make plans and adjust plans for whether it be child care or trying to have a day full of work and then have to come home and help your child with schoolwork as well. I know that's challenging, I know it's difficult, but again, thank you. And for our staff and teachers who, just like our parents and our students, they have to change on a moment's notice and go from in-person instruction to NTI. And believe me when I tell you, our teachers and staff would much rather be in the school with our students than what they're doing. So again, just want to say up front that we know the challenges and struggles you're going through. We feel you. But we're just doing the very best we can right now to get through a very challenging situation. All right, so with all that said, kind of give you an idea what's going on for the next couple of weeks. As you probably already know, Governor Beshear issued an executive order during his press conference yesterday. And I'll be honest with you, the executive order doesn't really change much. The way we're currently doing business with Lurie County Schools. You know, we are on NTI. Our incident rate is in the red. And so until it gets out of the red, we're going to continue to do NTI. The only thing it does is it takes the decision making away from myself and the board. So in other words, instead of us being able to look at the data and then make a decision every Thursday for the following week, the governor has pretty much said this: if you are an elementary school, which means our kindergartners to the 5th grade, Ailes and Hodgeville, that means that you're going to have NTI at least until December 7th, that Monday, all right? So what we'll do is we're going to continue to look at the data, and if on that Thursday or Friday we're in the orange, then we're going to make the call to be back to in-person instruction on the 7th. However, if we continue to be in red, we're just going to continue with NTI and then make decisions on a weekly basis. Middle and high school, you're a little different. And that's mainly because the research shows that our younger kids are less susceptible to the virus and less susceptible for passing it on to others. So because of our middle and high school age students, he's pretty much said in the executive order that we have to wait until we return next year, so January the 4th, before we can consider in-person instruction for you. Now, again, what that means is that doesn't mean that automatically January the 4th, we're going to come back to in-person instruction. That means that we look at that data, we look at that incident rate map, and if we're in the orange or something better, then we will be in person, and if we're not, we'll continue with NTI. One last thing before I go, we need your help desperately. We know that there are things that we can do to protect ourselves and those around us to mitigate the spread of this virus. Things like wearing a mask when you're out in public, the social distancing of 6 feet apart, and avoiding large crowds. If you can do that for us, I feel confident that we can get our students back in school, back in person, and back to doing what we love to do. And so I'm going to thank you in advance for doing that, because I know that that's what you want for our students as well. With all that being said, have a great evening, a wonderful Thanksgiving, and as always, it's a great day to be a Hawk.